This is Narrative Analysis, Jack and the Beanstalk by Margarita Maria Reyes Torres. You can watch the story in the following link. About the narrative structure, it can be linear, circular, open, or closed. In this case, Jack and the Beanstalk story has a linear structure with a beginning, middle, and ending. In 1928, Vladimir Prov made a study of fairy tales. He stated that all stories are about something being given to a hero or to the story's protagonist. There are always 7 characters that may appear in 31 functions or domains of activity. Prov's theory of narrative is driven different types of characters with narrative functions. For Jack and the Beanstalk story, some examples are: Jack is the protagonist, a hero. The ogre is a villain, the antagonist that tries to stop the hero. There's a dispatcher, is Jack's mom who sent him to sell the cow so they can get some money. There's also a donor who gives the hero something to help him. In this case, it's the strange man in the pathway. There's a sidekick, the helper, in this case, the ogre's wife. About the function, it can be determined by looking at the location of the act relative to the entire fairy tale. In this story, some of the functions are: absent, the father is absent himself at home. There's an interdiction when Jack should not get into the ogre's house. There's a violation, he disrespects the order he gets into. There's a reconnaissance, the ogre smells at Jack's presence. Trickery, the ogre tries to get to Jack. A complicity, ogre's wife helps Jack. A villainy, the ogre tries to eat Jack. A lack, Jack wants ogre's gold and ogre's hen that lays gold eggs. Also, there's a function of departure. Jack climbs up on the beanstalk and leaves home. There's a donor first function when ogre's wife advises Jack her husband likes to eat children. And a provisional receipt of a magical agent, Jack learns that when the ogre listens to the harp, he falls asleep. There's a function of punishment when Jack with an axe cut down and chopped the beanstalk and the ogre came, tumbled down and broke his crown. And that was the end for the giant. There's also a function of happy ending when Jack and his mom live happily ever after with the harp and the speckled hen that laid golden eggs. We can talk about some functions compilations. They can be preliminaries, complication, development, and denouement. The preliminary is when the old cow gives no more milk, so Jack has to go and sell it to get some money for food. A complication comes when a stranger gives 5 beans to the cow to Jack, but his mom throws them and magically a thick beanstalk stretches up to the clouds. A development, Jack climbed the beanstalk without telling his mom and he got to an ogre's house with some nice things he wanted to help his mom. Jack takes the ogre's help and ran away down the beanstalk. He cut the plant and the ogre fell down and died. The denouement comes when Jack and his mom live happily ever after with the harp and the hen that lay golden eggs. We can talk about a sociolinguistic approach when William Labov and Joshua Wolowski in 1967 Study the way people tell stories one to each other and try to find correlations between the social characteristics of the storyteller and the structure of their stories. In this case, the story has an orientation, a complication, and an evaluation, similar to the previous stage. The orientation is the poor widow with her only boy in the countryside that need money to live. A complication comes when they have no money and Jack changed the cow for 5 beans. He got a thick beanstalk that goes into heaven, so he scales and finds nice things in the ogre's house up there. The evaluation comes when Jack wants the hen that lays golden eggs to have some money for his mom and him to eat. There, Jack finds a solution when he takes the ark and the hen and comes down the beanstalk. Then he cut and chopped the plant and the ogre fell down. And finally, the coda, there was a great big hole where he fell and the beanstalk came toppling after him. And that was that. So what with the golden harp that sang, the speckled hen that laid golden eggs, and all that money, Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. We can talk about the psycholinguistic approach when there's a grammar structure and it is used to describe the story structure. And this story structure is made all through the story the same way. There's a story with an episode and a development and an ending. The story is set in with a poor widow with her boy in the countryside. The episode, the beginning and the development and the ending comes together and it tells how Jack finds the 5 beans and what happens when his mom threw them out through the window and thick beanstalk grows up to reach to the sky. The development comes with a complex reaction goal path. When Jack gets into the sky, he finds himself in an ogre's habitat and had some adventures till he came back to the earth with a couple of things he took out from there. The ending, finally Jack comes down to the earth with the hen that lays gold eggs, and with the heart he finds the way to get money for his mother and him. We state some conclusions. First, Jack and the Beanstalk, and according to the characteristics stated by Prop, between characteristics and function, it's definitely a fairy tale. According to the structure of the story, it is linear because it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This story has a non-participant narrator. It talks about the outside like a watcher. The story shows the culture, the customs from the time. A widow with his only boy who is in trouble to get some money. And a boy that needs to steal to an ogre to find what they need to survive with his mom. My reference, thank you so much.